Mine. Drilling and blasting. To get to the ore, the rock on top of the ore body must be removed by drilling and blasting it with explosives. Once the surface rock is fractured, the material is classified to be sent either to the concentrator plant, the leaching process, or forestation programs. Loading and hauling. Open pit mines have an inverted cone shape, and to get to the ore, 15-meter high levels resembling giant steps must be built, being connected to one another by ramps or multi-level roads. Ore mined with a copper grade higher than 0.3% is loaded by shovels into huge trucks, which hold the material and load it onto rail cars that carry it to the concentrator plant. Concentrator. Crushing. But the crushing is the first step at the concentrator plant. The ore from the mine is crushed to reduce the size of the rocks to approximately ½ inch. The concentration process starts here, comprising the separation of minerals from waste material. Milling. Next, the crushed material is sent to the mills, where it is ground into a fine powder. This stage of the process uses water in order to release copper and molybdenum particles. Flotation. After milling, the material goes to the flotation stage from which the concentrate is obtained. That is, particles of copper or molybdenum. Filtering and drying. Copper concentrate is dried with high-pressure filters or by heat, mining operations, and here, the resulting concentrate is then sent to the smelter for further processing. Loading and hauling to the smelter. Most of the copper concentrates are transported by trucks or rail to our smelters in La Caridad, Mexico, or in Hilo, Peru. As a result of the smelting process, the copper content is further purified to produce metal plates called anodes, containing 99.7% copper. Smelting. Concentrate unloading and arrangement into beds. At the smelter, the incoming concentrate is unloaded and arranged onto beds, from which it will be fed into the smelting process. Smelter and converters. The concentrate from the mines is transferred to the smelter, where it will be exposed to temperatures over 1100 degrees Celsius. At this point, the concentrate turns into molten copper. The copper matte, or molten copper, which has a copper content of approximately 65%, is sent to the converters where it is transformed either into copper blister with a 98 to 99% copper content or into copper anodes with a 99.7% copper content. Casting is the final process in copper smelting. Molten copper is poured into casting wheels where it solidifies into copper anode plates. Copper anodes weigh 435 kilograms and have 99.7% copper purity. Transport to refinery. Copper anodes are subject to quality control. Those which meet the company standards are grouped into 10-unit packages and transported by trucks or rail to the refinery. It should be pointed out that there is also demand for copper anodes from around the world. So those which are not sent to the refinery are taken to the ports for trading. Refinery. Electrolytic plant. At the refinery, copper anodes go through an electrolysis-based refining process, which involves submerging them in tanks containing an aqueous solution of sulfuric acid and copper sulfate. Then, a low-voltage electric current is applied and, through the chemical solution, the copper atoms in the anodes travel to and are deposited on the starting sheets, while leaving all impurities in the solution. From this point forward, the copper deposited on the starting sheets are called cathodes, with copper content of 99.99%. Part of all cathodes produced is sent to the copper rod plant at our Mexican operations, where they are smelted again to shape them into wires, which are used in electric wiring. Shipping. This is the final stage of the mining metallurgical process, where our main copper products, concentrates, anodes, cathodes, and rods, are shipped by rail or trucks to the company's port facilities, sometimes for further shipment to the world's main industrial centers.